Hi, so I want to talk to you really quickly about this two dreams that I had in June 2020. So the first dream took place early half of June, and what I saw in my dream was an open Bible, but everything was blurred out. I couldn't see what gospel it was open to. And then on June 25th, I had another dream with an open Bible, but this time I can make out the number 9. So I knew it was a gospel that I was supposed to read or supposed to look into. However, I couldn't figure out whether it was Isaiah 9 or Daniel 9. So I had woken up briefly from my sleep and asked the Lord to confirm to me whether what I saw was indeed Isaiah or Daniel. So once I woke up completely from my sleep, I immediately turned to Daniel. For some reason, my mind was telling me to go to Daniel, read up on Daniel's. And so I did. I started reading Daniel. I had previously read Daniel the first half of, the early June. I just completed reading Daniel, and I guess it was telling me to reread Daniel and to also look into Isaiah. So going back to my dream, seeing the number 9. So I'm just going to read off Isaiah 2 to 7 really quickly for you. It says here, "The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. Thou hast implied the nation, and not increased the joy. Thy joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born, unto a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it, and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this." So now I'm going to talk about Daniel chapter 9. It talks about Daniel's vision of the 70 weeks, which seems to be a really hot topic, a very complicated one as well. And I don't know a whole lot about it because it seems very confusing with all the numbers and calculations that how some people have interpreted 70 weeks. But the chapter itself talks about Daniel confessing his sins and the people of Israel's sin, and how they have not followed the laws of Moses. And so, however, he was given a vision of what was to come. Sorry, my mistake. I will have to read something off of this book that I have here. Now, this is pulled specifically from the 1611 edition of the King James Bible, and it speaks about Daniel 9:25-26. Actually, I should start with Daniel 24 before I go on to 25 and 26. It says here, 24, 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression and to make an end of sin and to make reconciliation for iniquity and to bring in everlasting righteousness and to seal up the vision and prophecy and to anoint the most holy. Daniel's chapter 9, verse 25-26, taken from the original 1611 edition of the King James Bible, says, Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem into the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and for the people of the Prince that shall come, shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. Perhaps the reason I was given these two dreams is to help encourage others to read further into the Daniel's 70 weeks, his vision of 70 weeks, and Isaiah 9, Isaiah chapter 9, I should say. If you have any comments, or you may want to help me out by giving me your interpretation of these two chapters that I had just read for you, please feel free to do so. I'm learning every day more and more about the gospel, and that's it. Have a good day. Bless you all. Bye-bye.